Hello, Psychic Krystaline here, and welcome to episode 4 of my Unsolved Mystery Reboot. And this one is on Alonzo Brooks and the episode called No Ride Home. And so what I'm going to do is break it down on a psychic level, what I see happened to Alonzo that night and who's responsible for his murder. So look further if you want to see the details, and let's get into it. Thank you. Okay, so let's get and break down who was there with him that night, who I do see involved and who I don't see involved. And so what I'll do first of all is I'll break it down to the people that were there that I don't see having any involvement in his disappearance and murder. And so the first one that I don't see being involved is his friend Daniel. He was there with him at the party that night. You know, I think he might have been the person that had seen a little bit of a, fight between Alonzo and somebody else. But I don't think Daniel knows what happened or was there when it happened. And so the other name is Tyler, and I don't see Tyler was involved in any way either. So right away, I want to clear those two from our list of possible suspects. And so I'm seeing 4 people total are involved. And so I definitely eliminated those 2. And so the other person that, drove Alonzo to that party, and from the start my spidey sense was going off on, is his buddy Justin, who I really don't consider him a friend of Alonzo's, but Alonzo at the time had thought, hey, this guy's my friend. And so I actually see that Justin is directly involved. He's one of the 4 people that were there at the party, like not just at the party, but afterwards when they took him down to the creek. And what I see is that Justin was there. These people, it was totally like the motive I see, it's total racism and KKK even. And so I feel like there were some racial slurs and, Justin did not have his back. Justin didn't stand up for him at all. And so these people were like kicking his ass. They're like beating him up, and I feel like they were like, Justin, listen, you stay out of this or we're going to take care of you too. And, and I feel like it was a thing where Justin felt like if he stood up at that moment that they were going to knock the crap out of him too, and he might not make it. And so there's another name that came up that I heard Justin talking about is his buddy Adam. The guy, he was like, okay, Adam, apparently Justin went and drove and left that party to what he's saying allegedly is that he went to buy cigarettes for him and Alonzo. And so I did some divination and I feel like Justin is a complete liar. I don't see that he left that party and got lost for half an hour. I think he's full of crap. And so basically, I think that's a cover. Oh, and he has all these details. I turned right when I should have turned left and all this stuff. I'm sorry, but I don't believe anything Justin says. I feel like he's directly involved because he was hopefully trying to cover his own butt. He knows he was there that night. And if he stands up, that there'll be consequences on him as well. And so this leads me back into more of the motive and the reasoning behind it. And it's sad to say, but I'm seeing a lot of, parallels between what's happening in society right now with the Black Lives Movement, and also the KKK. A lot of things are being, revealed, like the systematic racism. And so the KKK specifically, I feel like is becoming, more not as underground and more, I guess things are becoming more revealed, like they've always been there. But now we're seeing how it's systematically infiltrated into the law enforcement. And so the law enforcement people involved with this case that we heard one of them being interviewed, and it's the Lynn County Sheriffs. And so I don't even know how to get into this without legally putting myself in trouble. So I'm going to walk around this delicately, but I am seeing allegedly that there were some sons of the Lynn County Sheriffs that were at the party that night. And so I feel like allegedly there could be a cover-up in one of the sons of a Lynn County Sheriff. And so I think maybe one of the 2, or maybe even the 2 other people, because I'm seeing 2 of them I see responsible for Alonzo's death is directly involved, Justin and Adam. So that leaves 2 other people. And so I'm seeing a connection with these 2 other people at the party that maybe, you know, the good old boys are covering up for him because it was, you know, his son is involved. And I don't know exactly how closely involved, but I am allegedly, you know, seeing that there could be some KKK infiltration in the systematic law enforcement in that area, allegedly. And so I feel like that's why there wasn't a thorough investigation done. I did douse as well to see, like, was Alonzo's body moved in any way, you know, and I don't think it was moved at all. I asked Spirit while I was watching the video while the sheriffs were doing their investigation, and they had hired also that other company to come in and do their search, and they cleared around that area. But I feel like Alonzo was actually there the whole time and he wasn't just dumped there later. So their investigation, they must have walked right past him or somehow. I'm not sure how they, you know, didn't find him, but, you know, at least he was found eventually. But I don't see that there was any tampering with his body or moving him around at all. I feel like it happened that night. They took him back there, the 4 guys, Justin, another guy, Adam, and 2 other people. And, you know, Justin did not have his back. And so I feel like Adam really is connected with this systematic alleged racism. And maybe he is, you know, pretty a pivotal person that, you know, is involved as well besides Justin. And I don't have any way to know who that is. But on a psychic level, I think that this was, you know, a lot deeper than it appeared on the surface. And I hope that the FBI can look into and maybe see if there is some sort of systematic racism that needs to be dealt with at a higher level so that all people are protected, all, you know, all of us. Like, you know, this isn't fair to Alonzo just because, you know, he grew up in that circumstance, that this could be a cover-up. I mean, we're all supposed to get justice, and so hopefully doing this video will help Alonzo's family have a sense of, you know, healing, closure, and maybe even justice for Justin and Adam and those other 2 people that I see involved. And so thanks for watching, and this is what I see. And I look forward to episode 5, and I hope you all stay blessed and have a beautiful day. Thanks.